Hi, guys. It's time for reading. And today's reading strategy is going to be a strategy to help us with our fluency and helping us read like a storyteller. Right, so as a reader, we need to make sure that we're paying attention to a lot of different things as we read. Not only do we have to figure out the words that we're reading, but we also need to read those words in different ways depending on who it is that's speaking. And sometimes it's the character, sometimes it's the narrator, and we as the reader have to match our voices depending on that. Our voice is going to sound different if we're the character than if we are the narrator, depending on who is speaking in the book. Right? And a storyteller is able to do that. A storyteller is able to use their character voice when they read fiction and also use their narrator voice. What we want to make sure we do and what we're going to practice today is we're going to make sure that our voice matches the character's tone, right? About how exactly the character would be reading those words or saying those words. We're going to match our voice to the character's feelings, whether they're happy, sad, excited, scared. We're going to match our voice to those feelings. And then we also need to pay attention to our punctuation, exclamations, question marks, periods. Our voice is going to change depending on what kind of end mark is at the end of a sentence. So I have two parts of Mercy Watson book that we're going to take a look at to help us practice. I would love for you to practice along with me. I'm going to show you on the first two pages how I read like a storyteller. And then I would love for you guys to give it a try on the second two pages. And then when you are reading today and every day, I want for you to remember to use your storyteller voice. Use what we are going to practice today in making sure that your voice is matching either the character and how they're feeling or the narrator. So this is how I would read these two pages as a storyteller. Listen how my voice changes depending on whether it's the narrator speaking or the character speaking, and how I also pay attention to my end marks and how the character is feeling. But there was no overall effect to admire. "Baby!" screamed Eugenia. "Yes, sister?" said Baby. "Where have all the flowers gone?" shouted Eugenia. "Oh, dear," said Baby. "They were here just a minute ago." Mercy came around the corner. There was a spring in her step. There was pansy petals on her chin. So when I read the narrator's part, right, I just read it in a calm, fluent voice. I don't have too much excitement. I'm not giving it too much feeling because it's just the narrator speaking. Usually when the narrator speaks, it's typically just periods at the end. And I know that the narrator's speaking because there's no quotation marks around it. When my character is speaking, though, like here, and here, and here, and here, I notice that there's quotation marks, and those quotation marks tell me that the character is speaking. When I saw this word right here, I mean, it's capital letters, it's bold, it's big, and it has an exclamation point. The author does not want me to read that and say, baby, right? They want me to read it with strong feeling. Look at Eugenia. Look how she's pulling her hair out. Look how she's shouting. So that's how I want to read the words that that character is saying, right? But her sister, right, who is actually Baby in this book, she's calm, right? But when she asks these questions, my voice goes up a little bit at the end because I put my voice into an asking voice, right? I sound like I'm asking a question because that question mark is telling me to do that. Let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to show you these two pages from a different Mercy Watson book. All right. I want for you to look it over. It would be a good time to maybe pause your video. All right. Read it over one time so you make sure you know all the words, and then go back and read it a second time. And the second time, really pay attention to using your storyteller voice. Really pay attention to changing your voice when the character's speaking and when the narrator's speaking. Pay attention to the question marks, the exclamation points, and really make your voice match what you think the character is going through at this point in the book. So go ahead, pause the video, give it a try, and then come back and we'll do it together. All right, guys, so let's go ahead. All right, let's see how we would read these two pages as a storyteller. Ding dong! "Baby!" shouted Eugenia. "Where is that treat bowl?" "I'm on my way, sister," shouted Baby. "Hurry, hurry," Baby said. "Take something." Mercy examined the treats closely. She did not see one single piece of toast, but she did detect the faintest hint of butter. Butter, thought Mercy. Right? So when our characters Eugenia and Baby were speaking, we matched our voice, right, to them. Exclamation, strong feeling, questions, asking, right, shouting. We want to pay attention to how the character reads the words. And then when we got to this part where it's the narrator again, we took down the volume of our voice, we took down the excitement, and we just read. We read in nice big scoops, nice fluent reading, right? So when you're reading today and every day, remember you want to read like a storyteller. You want your voice to match what the character's going through, what the character's feeling. You want to pay attention to those end marks. And you also want to pay attention to when the narrator is speaking and when the character is speaking, because your voice will sound different depending on who it is that's speaking in your story. All right, guys, till next time. Bye.